package in the mail, MSX games from Japan. Collecting without fail those shoot 'em ups, and that's the plan. He doesn't just collect them, he also codes them too. Join us and we'll go on electric adventures with you.
Hey YouTube, Electric Adventures here with another 5 MSX games from 5 different publishers. Once again, really enjoying making this series because I just love playing games, and especially MSX games. So this gives me a chance to talk about some of the games I love, show you some of the games you mightn't realise even came out on the MSX, and also show you what the MSX hardware can do. So this first one is actually fairly nostalgic for me. This is one of the titles that we got in the very first lot of MSX titles in the store I worked in. When we got the Sony Hit-Bit machine, we got a range of Sony titles in these square boxes. Now this is the Japanese copy. Back then it would have been a a European region copy, but there's barely any difference between the two. And it's none other than the game Scion, which is a conversion of an arcade game. Now years ago I had no idea this was an arcade game. I just thought this was a really cool shoot 'em up. Now it's a little repetitive, so it doesn't take you long to go through the various levels and things like that, but it's got really cool graphics and it is a good fun little shoot 'em up. The idea is you need to avoid the enemies, shoot them as well, but also destroy the different parts of the ship that you're going over, and once you do that you move on to a mini boss, and then you go on to the next level. And it's a really cool little shoot 'em up that is worth having a look at, and I don't think I've ever seen it on any other system other than the arcade. And I didn't realise it was an arcade until I found it on a Vertical Game Elf. Now, our next game. This is another arcade conversion and another game that I played heaps in the arcade, and I pretty much every time I went to the arcade, and there was one that I definitely used one of my precious coins on the arcade game. And I even have a version of it here in my Williams Multi sit-down cab, and it's none other than Moon Patrol. Now this version of Moon Patrol on the MSX actually surprised me. I haven't had it that long. It is actually by IRM and released by IRM. Didn't make many games for the MSX, but they did make a couple. And it's actually not quite a direct arcade conversion. It's sort of like they've made a almost more challenging home version, or added more things to it. It doesn't quite play the same. When I found this copy and purchased it, I had already played the version of Moon Patrol for the Coleco, and I expected it to be fairly similar to that. But that version of Moon Patrol, which is pretty much arcade accurate, was made by Atari Software. This one was made by IRM themselves, and it's just interesting that there are so many differences between this version and the arcade. It's still quite good fun to play, but if you are remembering the levels from the arcade, it has differences. It had a lot more holes in the ground to jump over. The bullets from the enemies come down in slightly different patterns and everything like that. So it's a bit jarring when you first play it because it's not as similar to the arcade game as you're expecting, but it does grow on you and is actually quite a challenging game in its own regard. Right, and now we go back to a Konami game. This is another game that I played in one of the very first lots of games that we got for the MSX back in the day. We had a very limited number of Konami cartridges. They were very expensive, and we pretty much only got like one copy of them. And I do believe we may have got a second copy of this one stage, because I remember playing it on 2 different occasions back in the day. And it's none other than, so it's an original game by Konami called Kings Valley. They actually released a Kings Valley 2 and also a Kings Valley 2 MSX2 version, so there's multiple versions around. It is a multi-screen action puzzle platformer where you have to collect all of the gems to open the exit, and you need to use pickaxes to dig. You've got a knife that you can pick up and throw at the enemies, but you can't jump when you have either the pickaxe or the knife. So you need to work out your path. The digging part with the pickaxe is a little like Load Runner. You need to plan where you're going to dig and in what order. And it's actually a really good fun game with really great sound effects, music, and it's quite hard. So it starts out where the screens are only single screen, but then after a little while, as you can see on the back there, some of the screens start taking up more horizontal space. So you think you've got it worked out, but you need to go and have a look at the other screens to see what else you have to solve to get through to the next level. And it has lots of levels for you to play through, and as usual with a Konami game, lots of professional little touches that make it fun. So highly, highly recommended. Okay, next title is from Casio. It looks a lot like Zelda in a lot of ways, but it's called the Stone of Wisdom. Has quite a nice, cool cover. But it is one single screen at a time, no scrolling, but you're actually making your way up a tower. So you need to defeat or at least sneak past the enemies In some cases, find secret entrances, shoot various things, and then reveal the stairs up to the next level. And you've got to make your way up to the top of the tower, and then you've got to make your way back down again. Really cool game from Casio that I've never seen on anything else. Has nice music, really nice graphics, and is really good fun to play. So definitely one to check out. Alright, a last title in this lot is from Namcot. It's one of my favourite arcade games, and the MSX conversion of this is really, really rock solid. It's none other than Bosconian. So I absolutely fell in love with this game back in the day. For my 18th birthday, my father rented an arcade cabinet of Bosconian for my 18th birthday, because that's what I wanted for my birthday, and had some friends over and we played it to death. I have my own arcade board of this and a machine that I dedicated to it, so I really do love this game, and the MSX conversion is absolutely rock solid. Yeah, the scrolling's a little chunky, but it plays really well. It's nice and colourful. It even has the speech at the start of each level, where it says blast off, and it's a really, really cool game, and it has the same formation layouts as the arcade game as well, which also makes it very familiar to play. My copy's just got a little bit of funny fading, but it's got the stickers and everything like that, so very pleased to have this game in my collection, and highly recommend it to anybody to check out on the MSX and give it a play. It really shows what good fun games you can play on MSX hardware. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed these another 5 games from 5 different publishers for the MSX. And I'll leave you with the rest of the gameplay of Bosconian. I'm Electric Adventures. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.